Welcome back to my channel. Today's chat hopefully challenges you to sit down and just like give yourself a reset. Hear me out. I've kind of decided to use my birthday as my New Year refresh. My birthday is in March. So, granted, that puts me like 3 months in, but it's been a while since I've like let go of the whole New Year's resolution thing because that's way too much pressure. I cannot. I don't want to do that. So I kind of decided that I'm going to literally make the refresh of my life be my birthday. For me, that's when my year begins. That's the ultimate reset, restart button. How have I been doing this? Very intentionally. Like I said, I'm not a New Year's resolution kind of girl. So, what I do is just I set my intentions, I pray, I make sure that, like I'm not putting my will higher than God's will, but I am still giving myself the space to dream. So specifically, this year I did a self check-in and I checked to see like, okay, what are things that you want to work on? What are goals that you had last year? Are you still working on those? Are you not working on them? Um, I have this life list in my notes that I did maybe I feel like last year, and I it took me days to write it, but it's like has different categories of my life. It was a prompt I found on Pinterest, but I go through that sometimes and I read it and I like reevaluate mentally and I look at it and I see like, okay, am I doing that? Am I doing that? Do I still feel aligned with that? Do I not? So that's kind of like the precursor of my mindset to using my birthday as a refresh, but also now including prayer. And essentially, I'm not going to go into too much detail onto what the prayer was for me, but this year I just knew that there was a certain light, there was a certain feeling, there is just a certain expectation that I want to have around myself, my family, the things that I do, the experiences I have. And I prayed a very specific prayer for my birthday about how I want it to feel. And I just left God all the room to fill those gaps. Like there's some things I can think of specifically is that I prayed to experience generosity from others and to let myself experience generosity. And it's so funny because like I pray for this stuff and I'm like, uh, please God, can I have this? And then I let it go. And I just, he heard me and what he does with it, he does with it. But the day before my birthday, a girl in the coffee in the drive-thru had paid for the girls in front of me her coffee. So then she ended up paying for my coffee. Now, there was nobody behind me. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even pay it forward. There was no one behind me. So I literally was like, I don't know what to do. But that was generosity, right? The next day, when I'm just having so much fun with my family and we're out to eat, I go to pay to scan the table and our bill doesn't pop up, but there was a guy next to us with his little boy and his bill popped up. And I saw it and at first I was like, not my business. But immediately like I felt that on my heart and was like, no, pay for it. And I'm not even saying this to boast or brag. I really just want to share this experience that I had with generosity. I felt like I wanted that to be the precursor of my year. So that is why I use my birthday because, in all honesty, we're still kids inside. Like, we still want stuff for our birthday. Like, we still want a cake and we still want our friends to come sing happy birthday to us. And we still want our moms and dads to buy us presents. But, what is the best gift you could ask for, but to literally ask your father for what you want. So I use that and I just decided I'm going to lock in on confidence. I'm going to lock in on dreaming. I'm going to lock in on how I present myself, and that's going to be my reset. That also helps release a lot of like pressure and shame or guilt that comes with like, oh, it's January and I'm not a vegetarian anymore. Speaking from experience, okay? Yeah, I'm just gonna use my birthday. I'm gonna reset my life, and that's when because that's when our life started. Why not use your birthday to write down how you expect or how you could see your life going? What are your goals? For me, I really wanted to tap into creativity. I forgot what that was like. I love to write. I literally love to write. I love to write poems. I used to tap into my creativity. So for this year, I'm resetting my life. I'm going to find opportunities to do things with my hands, to do something creative, to spark, that part of my brain. Those are things that I have been able to do, but I just only want to start when I have a birthday. And I really don't think that you have to worry if your birthday is like end of the year. Honestly, I think that's great because you have a head start on everyone else. I just think we need to like shift our minds of like, what is the year? Like if you go to work, you come home, go to work, come home, you have a schedule, you're looking at the calendar. Like for me, when it comes to my kids and their school calendar, I, when school starts, I literally put every single thing I need to know in my calendar. And then all of a sudden my year feels like it's like shrinking smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller because I'm like, I already see my kids' whole school year plan. Like I already see it all laid out. But take some time, get in a cozy corner, get a coffee, go sit in the parking lot somewhere, put on a candle, create the atmosphere, put on your favorite music, sit in silence, go for a walk, do whatever you need to do, but grab your notes. I mean, I used to be an only pen and paper girl, but really honestly, like the notes on my phone are really saving me because I've been getting a lot of thoughts just pop into my head and I put them there. But take that, use that, and just really think like, my birthday is coming up. How can from the day that I was born to the next cycle of my life, what is that going to look like for me? It's almost like I would feel less accomplished if from my birthday this year to my birthday next year, nothing changed. But I'm only focused on January to December. What if from March to March, my whole life looks totally different and I'm not even worrying about the calendar dates, It's really up to you to break out of like the regular mundane. So, I'm not downing anyone who's doing, the New Year's resolution stuff. I'm just saying it doesn't work for me. I tried. It doesn't work. It does not work. But what does work is knowing that I'm already preparing. I'm already giving the energy for the birthday. I'm already thinking about, oh my gosh, I'm a year older. And everyone's asking you, like, what are your goals? How does it feel to be a year older? It feels like nothing. But but it helps when I'm like, okay, yeah, new year, new birthday. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I want to feel like. And I get to be a new cycle of myself. I get to step further into who I'm called to be. I get to try new things. I get to challenge myself. I get to cross off my list. You can even use your birthday to do a lot of the things you've wanted to do to make sure you're on the right path. That's what I did. I literally had the best weekend for my birthday because I knew like this is it. This is setting the tone. How I'm experiencing life this weekend, this day, these days, this month, however long you celebrate, I knew like this is how I'm going to feel, period. And these are the things I'm going to do. And this is how I'm going to dress. And this is the life that I'm going to live. And these are the people I'm going to surround myself with. These are the experiences I'm going to have. And it stops feeling like a list, a chore of things to do, because I feel like that's part of the reason why we don't finish or complete the goals that we have. It's less chore, more feeling, more leading with your heart. And now you have evidence that it's possible, that you can shift your life, that you can be who you are hoping to be. You can lean more into just taking your hands off the wheel. And I know that sounds confusing because you're telling me to plan my year, but I really just would rather it be like an intention than like a goal that you feel like needs to be accomplished by January to December. Like, don't, here's the thing, your birthday is going to come every year on the same day. Like, that's the best deadline. And you get to spend that time, that phase of your life, that year of your life, not the year of everyone's life, not 365 days, January 1st to December 31st. You get to spend a year of your life from when you were born, just experiencing life the way you want to experience it. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what we're doing here. That's why we're friends. Because that's why I'm like, I'm just going to be who I am, and I'm going to try. I'm going to do new things, and I'm going to give love, and I'm going to receive love, and I'm just going to try to be the best version of myself. And who knows, maybe next year for my next birthday, I'm like, time to pivot. Let's run it back. Let's do something different. But that's okay, because this year, this version of me at this age, I'm setting the tone of how I want to live my life. And it's okay to change your mind, and it's okay to backtrack, and it's okay if you don't accomplish it, but at least you have a path to walk on. But yeah, thanks so much for coming. I can't wait to chat again, and I'll see you in the next one.